before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Film Sci. 8. Squirrel Girl. She might not be Marvel's most mature or complex superhero, but there's no denying that fans absolutely love Doreen Green's Squirrel Girl. It's surprising that the MCU hasn't included her character yet, even if it's just in a cameo, considering how beloved she is by fans. One Reddit user includes Squirrel Girl in their list of heroes that they'd most like to see in the MCU, which just proves how successful her character could be in this universe. It's unclear exactly how she'd fit into the existing universe, but Kevin Feige and his team could definitely find a way. Number 7. Ghost Rider. Marvel's explanation for not including Johnny Blaze's famous Ghost Rider in the MCU is much simpler and straightforward than you'd expect. They simply haven't been able to. Until a few years ago, the rights to the character lay solely with Sony Studios, leaving Marvel unable to use his character in any way. But with the recent deal that Marvel struck with Sony, it seems completely feasible. The Ghost Rider will make his MCU debut at some point in the near future. Reddit Major describes Ghost Rider as one of the most visually striking heroes, claiming that Marvel should bring him into that world. Number 6. White Tiger. Although a version of White Tiger was introduced in the Daredevil series, the White Tiger that most Marvel fans know and love from the comics, Ava Ayala, is yet to make her MCU debut. She's one of the most popular and important female heroes in the Avengers comics, so it's surprising that her appearance has been put off for so long. Redditor is reading names White Tiger as one of their most anticipated additions to the MCU, which mirrors a lot of fans' feelings about the character. Perhaps Disney Plus's upcoming Daredevil could take inspiration from White Tiger's comic run and introduce Ayala in a fun and exciting way. 5. Beta Ray Bill. Beta Ray Bill technically exists in the MCU already, but audiences are still waiting to see his character in the flesh. This inclusion of a Beta Ray Bill statue in Thor Ragnarok proves both his existence in the MCU and his presence on Sakaar, but his in-person appearance seems like it's going to have to wait a little longer. One Reddit user admits that whilst they're excited by the prospect of Beta Ray Bill joining the MCU, it may be a little difficult for most audiences to wrap their heads around. I know weird things have happened in the MCU, but a horse Thor is kinda out there. Number 4. Wolverine. Most Marvel fans will already know that the X-Men and several other Marvel properties owned by Fox have long been off-limits for the MCU. But with Marvel's recent acquisition of the company, these characters are now fair game to be used, as seen with Charles Xavier's appearance in Multiverse of Madness. However, Patrick Stewart's reprise of the role doesn't necessarily mean that all cast members from the original X-Men films will be so eager to return. One Redditor calls for the X-Men, especially Wolverine, to appear in the MCU soon, but exactly how and when they will be introduced is completely up in the air. Number 3. Black Cat. She might not technically be a superhero, but Black Cat is one of the most glaring omissions from the MCU's Spider-Man series so far. Her relationship with Peter Parker is an extremely important one in the comics, and although the MCU story has diverted pretty far from this plotline, that doesn't make her character any less valuable. One Reddit user writes, "I'd love for Black Cat to show up. Felicia Hardy is another girl in Peter's life, so it makes sense that she'd be a part of his moonlighting as the web slinger." Fans are already jumping at the idea, with many even suggesting actresses who could play Black Cat in the MCU. Number 2. Spider-Gwen. After the dramatic finale to No Way Home saw Peter Parker and MJ separated, with the latter completely forgetting who he is, fans are calling for the introduction of Gwen Stacy as Parker's new love interest. Redditor Cyclone Swift even suggests giving her the Carnage symbiote to differentiate her from Spidey. This kind of entertaining love triangle between Parker, Stacy, and MJ could be a great way to keep things moving in Parker's future films, particularly now that the entire world has forgotten who Spider-Man is. It looks like a fresh start is in order, and fans have already put plenty of names forward to play the MCU's Spider-Gwen. Number 1. Silver Surfer. The cosmic side of the MCU seems to be getting more and more important with every passing project, particularly with the dramatic Kang reveal at the end of Loki's first season. If this is the case, it definitely seems likely that the Silver Surfer will finally be making an appearance in the MCU. He's been one of the MCU's biggest missing pieces for a long time now, so fans are naturally excited as the prospect of his eventual appearance. Reddit user Umber Nightshade includes Silver Surfer on their personal list of the most anticipated MCU arrivals. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.